Here we go with the Sunman. This is another fun tune. I think I always mention how much enjoyment I get as the author and the pianist to be creating these great kid tunes. And I think you're going to find that even though they're kid tunes, they really sound good to us adults too. So you might find your mom and dad wanting to play these things too. So as you're working on these two, you're going to be seeing B, M7, flat 5, E, mine 7, F, maj 7. All those are as chord symbols, and we will be getting to those later on in my program. So don't worry about those right now. You see B, M7, flat 5, you just play that B. E, mine 7, play that E. Okay, let's get right onto the Sunman right now. I'm setting the metronome at 70. You want to start at 60 and eventually get higher. These are a little bit more difficult pieces now that you're going to find that in the past we've always looked at our goal as being 120. You might find your goal to be cutting down a little bit on the speed. More importantly is to play them even and in control. Okay, here we go. I think we're ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fingering here, 5, 4, see, you can use the fingering. Okay, the fingering will help guide it around for you. Now let's take a listen right now to the duet added to this. Let's put that in. Okay, here we go. Again, using the fingering. Starting on the 4th finger on that F. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and Isn't that fun? I think you're going to find this, if we take it at a faster tempo now, just listen how complicated it sounds, because there's a lot going on. Those eighth notes, you're going to make sure you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, because, those are played. Your fingers are moving. Your scales are going to help your fingering. Your fingers control all those eighth notes, too, so your scales are important. Let's listen to this back at 100. Here we go. Now, as we'll see here, we have a brand new term, okay? And it's the minor triad. Let me show you what a minor triad is. We know what a major triad is now. We're going to look at a minor triad. A minor triad is a little bit of a change of the major one. It's still based on the C scale. It's the 1st, flat 3rd, and the 5th note of the C scale. Okay, and of course over your scales. So we have here, this is the major triad, and all you're doing with the major triad is taking this note and flatting it. So that's called the C minor triad. We're going to add that to our entire musical list, which is growing and growing for each and every lesson. It's real important, even though you might not see a minor triad right now, but when you do hear about it or see it somewhere, you're going to know what it is, okay? Let's take a listen to our scales. We're working with 8 scales right now. The 8 scales are going to be working our fingers to get stronger. So when we see eighth notes like this moving along, you're going to be able to play those a lot easier than if you didn't. Those that don't play scales and don't work on those fingers and get your fingers stronger will have a harder time with those eighth notes. Okay, so work on those scales. Very important. Okay, here we go. Here's C. G scale. D scale, 2 sharps. scale. scale. And we have the B scale. Then we have the F scale, which is a weird one because it has the fourth finger. It ends on the fourth finger. Feels a little unusual. Over to the fourth finger here. And the B flat scale is another kind of weird one. Remember, it starts on the second finger and it goes to the thumb. In addition to doing our scales and our tune and our duet, keep reading your lines and spaces, all our power reading, the above the lines, above the staff, below the staff. This will better help you, so you want to take on those little project pieces. That'll be great. You can work on some of your popular tunes. Your counting will kick in, and you'll be able to read those lines and spaces and find those notes in your favorite tunes. Enjoy the Sunman. A lot of fun.